Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the engine room. It's the engine room.
It is the engine room.
You know, there's no doubt about it. This is the engine room.
There are other rooms, but this is the engine room.
Yeah.
What other rooms are there? Toilets.
The bathroom.
Yeah. Bedroom.
Does it annoy you when people say, can I go to the bathroom, when it's clearly a toilet that they need to go to?
No.
Can I go to the bathroom,
It
please?
just seems more polite than...
Can I go to the restroom?
Yeah.
The water closet.
The water closet.
Take the embarrassment out of the fact that
USA.
you could be saying to someone, can I go and urinate in your house? That's essentially what you're saying.
Oh, worse. Can I go and do number 2?
Well, you said that.
Yeah.
Always that.
You would expect me to say something like that.
I definitely would. Lads, I've got news.
What?
News.
My car smells.
Jazz hands news. What's going on? He's got... Why? Actually, your car
What do you
does
mean your
smell.
car smells?
car
Right, so,
smells.
do you remember the last
Of
time?
what?
We were here last
Of
time.
money?
Hang on.
Of wealth? Or of
Yeah,
the... Of
smells
my
of poverty.
10-year-old
Does
car
it?
smells of wealth.
I know what it smells like. It smells like depreciation.
I'm going to tell you what it smells
Petrol
like.
fumes?
When you... last
Literally
time-
on fumes.
It's just ignoring me. What was the last car that you were in that I got into and I went, ooh, nice?
It was the updated Zara?
No.
Citroen C3?
No.
Oh, Renault.
Renault? What
Renault.
Renault? Renault? No,
Yeah,
I haven't had a Renault in
It
a
was
while.
funky looking.
I think it was a Renault.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Citroen C4 Picasso, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No?
I remember getting into it
What
and
colour was it?
thinking that it was like a bit of a tight squeeze getting, but when you're in it, it was like, alright, okay, but I pushed the seats back a little bit.
BMW 1 Series. No?
Yes!
Yes!
BMW 1
That
Series.
one,
It was,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
1.4
when I got
diesel.
out of that and after you went
Yeah.
up the road, Dave goes, do you want to sit on my BMW? And he went, oh, the keys aren't working. And eventually got there.
Really?
Got the
Good
door
story.
open.
Yeah.
And then I got into it, okay? And I'm like, what's that smell?
Really?
That's my air freshener. I'm like, God, get rid of
No,
it.
but what he was actually smelling was the combination of air freshener and whatever the smell is.
Oh, no.
And I don't know what the smell... Now, look, I have children, so the first thing you go is...
It's
right,
not one of the children, is it?
well, no, they're not there in the car, but you go, right, we've changed...
I haven't seen one of them in a number of weeks.
We've either changed his nappy,
Yeah.
you know, on route and then left it in the footwell. That happens a lot. No, it wasn't that.
Oh, God.
Or-
Check out the window.
Or he's dropped his bottle and milk has soaked into the carpet.
No.
It's not that. And I've actually done something quite, I think, ingenious.
You've taken the car apart.
I've gotten on my hands and knees
Yeah.
and I've sniffed every potential surface. Because it can't be the leather.
Have you squeezed
Leather doesn't
every
absorb it.
surface as well?
Yeah, I've sniffed the carpets, I've sniffed the mats,
So many bad jokes we're
I've-
going to make after this.
I've sniffed the
You turn your hands and
floor.
leave sniffing carpet?
Hey!
What I'm wondering is,
So November's happening in your house this year. Or
you
January.
you guys are hilarious.
Lols.
We are.
And obviously, before you've done things like you put a marathon blanket, a post-marathon blanket on my windscreen. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But it blew off by the time I got around, so it was pointless.
Yeah.
I think another time, didn't you tell me my car was broken?
Yeah.
The window was broken.
Yeah.
And I made you drive me around, and then when you got around, it wasn't. It was all a hilarious joke. So I'm like, so have you rubbed anchovies into my air conditioning unit?
Have you
Be honest.
I know, but I'm going to throw this one out there. Have you by any chance got still water leaked into the inside of your car? And that's what it is.
I've checked.
I think I know what
Because
it is.
I remember having a Renault Megane Coupe.
It's
And
Listeria.
it's
Huh?
what?
Listeria. Wasn't it?
Legionnaires disease.
Legionnaires,
He's
yeah.
got Legionnaires disease.
Yeah, it could do, man.
Maybe
You know, it
that's
could
what
be
it is.
Legionnaires disease coming at you.
Yeah.
But when I had my Renault Megane Coupe, for some reason, the water would go in through the aerial, then through the light, and then drip
Yeah.
down onto the console.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
remember
because it was a Renault made in the late 90s.
Yeah, but this car that belongs to you has everything wrong with it, including stuff that you've done to it. And it did
This
have
car-
a damp
hang on.
issue before.
This car has nothing wrong with it.
It did have a damp issue
it's my
before.
wife's
Because
car.
you've never
Wow.
replaced everything there is to replace on that car.
No, look, hang on. No,
Okay.
look, I don't mind
What I'm gonna get you to do, I'm
we
gonna-
need some. No, we need some facts. First
Okay.
of all,
Siphon all the diesel out of it, petrol out of it first, okay? Then take out all of the
Sorry.
washer fluid.
the
okay?
problem is
Wait
if
for
I
it.
siphoned all of the petrol out of it, I would have to have about 800 jerry cans.
Yeah.
But then shake it and see, can you hear water? I reckon that there's still water somewhere
Have you ever tried to shake a 2.5 ton X5?
Oh.
It's
There's
not
certain
happening.
There's certain roads and bridges you're not legally allowed to drive on with this size of car. Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know what it is. Genuinely, it doesn't smell to the point where I'm kind of getting in, going, "Oh Jesus!"
When was the last time you changed your filters for your air conditioning and stuff?
It's just been serviced.
Has it though?
Yes.
Because I pretty much
been to Bobby Madigan. It's just been serviced.
I got mine serviced, and I reckon nothing was done to it.
You do not go to the same guy I go to.
I reckon I'm not going to that guy again anyway.
Okay, well,
yeah, a friend of mine.
So hang on, before you want, if anyone listening
Yeah.
has any previous about suspicious smells in their car and where they eventually came from, I'd really appreciate it. And I'm pretty certain neither of my engine room friends has rubbed smelly cheese or fish anywhere in my engine bay.
No, but you have just given us ideas.
Yeah. Why would I ever think of doing that?
You know, just like pour Febreze all into your car.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Steam Wash
Yeah.
out on the Nace Road, and
by Fleetwood out there.
No,
the Lewis track.
The Lewis
How
track.
about you just gonna get them to like blitz it?
Blitz it with steam,
Yeah.
and whatever's in it will go. But I'm
Kill
just,
it with steam.
But that's the thing. Every bit of carpet smells fine. I don't. So I don't.
It's in the air. You don't like.
Yeah,
it's not
what
like
about the
you
roof?
only get it if you're sitting in the back.
I've
Or the
stood
ceiling
up
even, sorry.
and sniffed the roof.
How are your
Roof
neighbours
sniffer.
these days? Or did you park down a back?
No, I
lane
didn't. In the drive. Yeah.
In your underpants.
No, I was in the underpants on the drive this morning.
I know.
That's an irrelevance.
Bins.
You guys are supposed. You're supposed to remind me of the bins. Neither of you remind me of the bins. I forgot the bins. I got up this morning in my jocks and had to run out in my bare feet because I heard the bin truck coming. It wasn't the bin truck. It was the 7 a.m. 42, and everyone was looking at me. And the bus driver laughed and pointed.
Was your face on the side of the bus by any chance?
No. Thankfully, that irony wasn't there.
My friend Rory also had an issue where I remember we all got into his car once and was like, oh my god, but it was a Ford Mondeo, still has it, and the stink in it was so he got to the stage where he had to drive with the windows down, could not for the life of him find where the stink was coming from. Weeks and weeks gone by, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. Eventually he was like, right, I need to, so he lifted out he obviously didn't look hard enough, because under the seat and wherever it slipped down underneath that there, frozen fish fingers were no longer frozen fish fingers. They were rotten fish fingers, and that's what the stink was.
Geez.
Basically, the shopping was in the back, and
They'd fallen out.
fell over, and
Also, they're still in packet,
they were still in the packet,
but they were
still
still emanating.
Could you imagine the stank from that?
Oh dear.
If you ever want to get back at an ex or someone you really, really hate, there's two things you can do that are absolutely
Murder
brilliant.
them.
No, would never condone that.
One is you can sew
Their
fish
skin to their selves.
fish into their curtains.
Oh,
I know someone who's done it.
Really?
Yeah. So
IRL,
curtains are
in
lined.
real life.
Curtains are in real life. Curtains are lined. So you need one of those little de-stitcher things. You pop open the stitches. You go into the middle of the curtain. And
Was this a man or a woman that did it?
It was a man did it to a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he put, and I'm
Manly
not
man.
joking because he went and asked for it. He put a kipper in the
super
curtain
smelly.
and then close it up. Because the thing is, the curtains go open and close, so the smell and beside the window, so the smell moves and is blown. And people are hunting, and what do? They just push the curtains out of the way, and go, it's down here, and they're sniffing at the floorboards, and is there a dead mouse in it? And they pull up the floor and they pull up everything down there. The other thing is, if you're really, really inventive and you have skills, you
Cut the brake lines.
you cut a
Jesus
hole.
Christ! Are you out to kill somebody?
You cut a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
right? And you'll have to obviously cut the plasterboard, whatever, right? You pop off. You don't need to cut something, I'd say about the size of a Rubik's cube, right? Because what you need to get in there is an opened tin of salmon. You pop it in, hopefully on a strut, so it can just sit there. You replace the board. You've got a plaster over it. So you usually do it down behind a sofa or something like that. Or if you're really handy, block off the water, take off the radiator, do it in behind the radiator, put the radiator back on.
Here.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't do it.
Or
God.
meat under the floorboards.
It's simple but effective.
That's insane.
Maggots and everything.
Let's talk about something beautiful.
Have we actually spoke about cars yet?
No, we
my
haven't.
stinky cars. All we've been
Oh
talking about.
yeah. And you're just talking about how to get people back.
Let's
and you
talk
just want to kill someone.
Let's talk about
I'd
something
be
beautiful. What I think untrue. Have you heard of the Devel 16?
No.
The Devel.
Devel 16.
Devel?
Can I
Are you
Google
sure you
this?
pronounced that right?
It's Devel.
Can I Google it?
Not yet. Give me a second.
Alright.
Google it in a second.
Right.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have.
Just unveiled
Yeah.
in the Dubai Motor Show. It's
Otherwise known as Fantasy Island.
well, let me go through it. The Devel 16 is a V16 engined car.
Which is by no means an unusual feat.
No.
Such engines have been produced.
Yes,
so
Volkswagen have done a W16.
entirely realistic and plausible.
Yeah, so a V16.
Yeah.
Which obviously Cooper, as you know, is two V8s mounted long ways.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Um,
Drag racing, you say?
Kind of.
they
A tandem.
claim, the Devel people claim that this
The
car.
word there is. I mean, they have never misused the word claim.
No, they haven't.
As quite as much.
They claim that this car.
Hang on a
will
sec.
give
Can I just
you
say a lot of bullshit has come out of Dubai in the last few podcasts?
Golden Road.
Yeah.
Yes. They claim that the Devel 16 will produce 5,000 horsepower. Let's put that in perspective. That's the power of 5 Bugatti Veyrons.
Which also has, although in a different configuration,
Has
a
W
16
16.
cylinder
Sorry,
engine.
but like, what aircraft has 5,000 brake horsepower?
Well,
That isn't the
hopefully
speed of
all
sound.
of them will. Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, they also claim the top speed is, are you listening? 560 kilometers an hour. Which is also
How quickly?
4 times faster, almost 5 times faster than your allowed drive on a motorway
yeah, on
in
the M50,
Ireland. On
yeah.
the M50, well, the M50 is actually
Yeah.
100, but the M1 or the M11.
Hey, sir, how long would that take me to get to Athlone then?
560 kilometers in an hour.
90 kilometers is what it is.
Okay, well, 8 into 56 is 7, so we'll say 90. It would take you 6, so it would take you less than 10 minutes.
Amazing! I want one!
Do you know what I love most about this? I did.
Can I buy
I
one?
gave it about 4 seconds of my time during
Right.
that week when
Right.
that news came out. I love the fact that they haven't even tried to sound somehow scientific and accurate. It's just bang on 5,000 horsepower.
Because
Not
even the
not
Bugatti Veyron
yeah.
is 1,001.
Yeah, or like you kind of go, if they kind of go, well, it produces 4,784 horsepower.
Yeah.
You kind of think, well, clearly somebody has tested this and arrived at that figure.
Well,
But
here's the
no. Well, how much power is there? 5,000?
There's not even a picture
Yeah.
of the car moving. Not to mind
No.
a video.
No.
There's just a picture of the
A
car.
car. Yeah, that's the car.
Which looks a lot like a Lamborghini Veneno
Yeah.
on the front and a lot like a jet Batmobile on the back.
I wonder how many people have slammed down 100,000 euro deposits.
apparently 2 people have. Presumably they'd be the guys behind the company.
Okay, what's it called? The Devel?
Devel
TEV.
16. I'm sure you put in 16. It's actually SIXTEEN, but I'm sure you put in 16. It'll
Yeah,
pop up.
deposits by 2 people of no fixed abode that were on day release.
Google just came up at level 16 Candy Crush.
No.
No.
Devel.
It's just I love how like
Oh yes.
I would
Sorry.
love
The engine's
some of-
developed in the US apparently.
0 to 60 time is 1.8 seconds.
That is banana.
You looking at it?
Yeah.
Their website, when you go on, they have a picture of the car, and below it they say chassis, engine, performance, or something else. Whatever. And you click them, and it just goes coming soon.
I say even the actual car itself looks like it's been made out of MDF.
Ah, no, come on. The car is a pretty car, and
And look at the back end.
interior.
It looks like 1960s Batmobile.
yeah, it does.
Give me
And
another look at it.
look at,
ridiculous.
have a look at the interior. It
The
is.
interior is amazing.
It is a
Why?
beautiful place to be.
Right, if you're able to Google
God.
DEV,
Is there more pictures of it?
Yeah,
I want
it's
more
just
pictures.
swipe.
Swipe. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous.
I don't trust him with my phone.
That's it. That it?
No.
No. Oh,
No,
that's not
here,
it.
here.
I just like why? Why did like
Because I mean,
The
even
thing is, right? No, the thing is, right? Pipe dreams, whatever you want to call it, you know, some guy with a load of money goes, oh, I want to make a hypercar or whatever. That's kind of like, at least try and exist on planet Earth.
Well, if he'd gone 1500 brake horsepower, everybody would have gone, what?
Yeah,
1500?
Yeah. Maybe he just made a typo. Maybe it's like 500 horsepower. Just like,
and 56 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. Maybe,
56
maybe
kilometers.
the 0 button's broken on his keyboard. I love his optimism.
Whoever
You've got to
he
hand
is.
it to him. God loves a trier.
Now, come here. I want to ask you a question,
Yes.
Humphreys.
Go for it.
BMW i3.
Yes.
You went to the launch. We went to the Joe Duffy dealer launch because they are going to actually have an i3 showroom, which they're building at the moment, which is going to be amazing.
I think it's done, is it?
It is done. I luckily, through my colleagues in Complete Car, we actually got to drive the car before the actual Irish launch.
Wow.
So we're the first people in Ireland to drive it.
How was it?
It honestly is an astoundingly good car.
Wow.
I have to say.
Okay, this is fully electric, is
This
it?
is complete. Well, it's fully electric. The one I drove, it actually comes in two versions. You've got the i3 as it comes electric car battery. They also give you the option of buying one with what's called a range extender, which is a small 650cc two-cylinder engine that sits in, that's mounted into the back of the car. So it doesn't look any different, but you just buy it with this engine. Except the engine doesn't power the car; it basically acts like a generator and powers the batteries. So it dispels range anxiety to such a degree that if they say it's got 130 to 160 kilometers real-world driving on fully charged on electric. What happens if you just had the electric car and you did just drive it and kept driving it? It would just grind to a halt. It would stop because it would run out of juice. What this does is when the battery drops down or depletes, the motor in the back just kicks in and it basically generates electricity and recharges the battery for you. Very clever.
Yes. Okay.
And you don't. The engine just hums in the back. It
What
idles. It doesn't rev.
size generator engine are you talking here? As in like,
So it's a 650cc engine.
and
It's actually a motorbike engine that they use for it.
and what kind of size tanks? Or like how often would you have to fill that up to generate
It
the
depends
battery
on what you
power?
use. It's only got a small fuel tank. It's not like your family car.
Yeah, no, and
that's got a
but it
15
will only
litre
come
fuel
into
tank.
use when you reach the end of your battery life.
Yes.
Back at the end of the last 10 minutes of my daily journey.
Think about your iPhone, and when it gets down to kind of 2%, rather than you kind of having to run or get home,
You
and
put
plug
it into
in
one of
again,
those cases
it
that has
just-
a charge in
yeah.
it,
just
and then
keeps
it
going.
goes back to 40.
So
Or we
Um,
finally use Wi-Fi charging.
possibly.
Find it out.
when Cooper invents it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, they've invented
I've sat in this car that was
Yeah.
the production, whatever. One of the things I was quite impressed with is the fact that it is allegedly a carbon neutral car. Is that right in its production? Am I right there? Or is it slightly overstatement?
BMW claim it. It's, in my opinion. and
Sorry,
this
what do you
is
mean?
just
Like there's no carbon emissions?
No.
Zero?
I mean that.
all the energy that they use
to
to
make- to
comes
create
from
it.
renewable sources.
So they cancel out the energy they use to build the car
Yeah.
with renewable resources.
Personally
Oh, so like they
speaking,
burned you as tires, like.
No, but let's say they use
Look, he just gave me.
it's looking at you every week. They use a bit of electricity to power a drill to screw the engine block that doesn't exist in the car to the car. Then the electricity is brought from wind
Okay,
as opposed to from a normal electricity.
this sounds expensive.
Well, it does end up that way, I'm sure. But that's the plan. How much is it going to be, and when's it going to come out?
33,000
33,000.
on sale now.
Fair. It's on sale now.
Yeah.
I would like to test one of these for a week just to see is it feasible.
Well, did you not get the email?
Did you?
I did.
Did you test one?
Something this month, I think, actually. I'd be surprised, but that's what they said.
Really? BMW themselves or Joe Duffy's?
It was Joe Duffy.
Joe Duffy, by the way, who are the only BMW i dealers in Ireland.
Yes.
But they are in Dublin, but they will sell to anyone in Ireland. If you want to buy one, you've got to buy it off them.
Which is fair enough.
It's clever
Which
then.
is how it works. And they have a brand new BMW i showroom which has opened.
Looks
There you
good.
go. Yeah,
That's cool. Well, I must get onto them now because I'd like to test that now to see.
No.
No?
I'll do it. It's fine.
No, as well.
No, I'll just do it.
as well.
No, I'll take care of it.
I'll do the i8 then.
Yeah, you do the i8. You wait 4 years for that. Right, that's the Engine Room. Thanks for listening this week. We are at Engine Room Show on Twitter. We are facebook.com/Engine Room Show. Our website is theengineroomshow.com. You can find us on Podbean as well. theengineroom.podbean.com.
Google us.
Yeah.
Joe
We're on
Donaghy.
YouTube. Joe.ie.
Yeah.
And
You can listen to Cooper on iRadio. You can listen to you on 98 FM.
you can read Humphreys in the Sunday Business Post usually
And
every
on
week.
Complete Car.
Sunday Business Post. When did this happen?
Sunday Business Post writing for a while. We've got Complete Car on
50to70.com.
He's gone highbrow.
This guy's all over.
Highbrow. Sunday Business Post.
Oh, and